from Belize that walked in here. So can I get everyone to either squeeze in a little closer, or can the first row just sit on the floor here, and we can get these brothers in the back to come up and sit on the bleachers? So you guys can come sit up front. I mean, we're all guests here, but they're special guests because they're international guests. And the brothers from Canada, can you guys, you guys have first dibs on the bleachers? Good? So my name is Khalid Bhatti. I'm from Houston, Rockets fan. So Sab asked me to come represent him. He wasn't able to make it. He's been busy with Hazur's trip coming up. So he asked me to say a couple of things. So number one, Hazur's visit. How many of you guys know a player by the name of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? So, old timer, back in the 80s, played on the Lakers, runs with Magic and Worthy, had a couple of championships. Well, this guy wrote a book, and he came to Houston for a book signing. And one of my friends back then, he was in high school, he skipped school to go see Kareem get his book signed. I mean, he just skipped school. I mean, now, you know, it's not as big of a deal, but back then, skipping school was a big deal. How many of you guys have seen LeBron in live, playing live? Like been to a LeBron game? All right, got a few guys here, been to a LeBron game. So why is it that LeBron, doesn't matter whether he's going to Phoenix to play the Suns or to Dallas to play the Mavericks, stadium sold out? People want to say that I got to see LeBron play live. One of the best, arguably, one of the best basketball players of all time. The reason is so they can tell their grandkids or their kids, or when they go visit the Hall of Fame in Springfield, looking at the LeBron wing of the museum and say, hey, I got to see him. One of the best basketball players. Well, you guys have a similar opportunity. I'm not talking about watching a basketball player. I'm talking about Khalifat Masih coming to visit the US. You know, 50 years from now, or maybe 100 years from now, there's going to be a museum of a similar style. You know, just like millions of people go in and visit the Basketball Hall of Fame, there's going to be millions, maybe billions of people that are going to visit the Khilafat in the United States Museum. And in that museum, there's also going to be a wing for Khalifat Masih V. And you may have opportunity to take your grandkids to that museum someday. And on that wall, in that wing, there's going to be pictures of Hazur. And there's going to be a 2018 plaque. And there's going to be pictures there. And are you going to be telling your kids, hey, look at that picture. See right there in the front row? That's me. Or see that prayer rug that they're standing on? I vacuumed that. Or those restrooms, I cleaned those restrooms. Or I had the honor of holding Hazur's shoes. Don't let that opportunity pass you by. In November, you're not going to remember what you did in October. But if you serve on this team, you're going to remember this for the rest of your life. So make sure you don't lose that opportunity. Second thing I want to kind of point out, so you guys spent a lot of money getting here. Some of you guys, pestered your parents, hey, spot me the money for the ticket. Other of you guys worked overtime to get that money. Some of you guys are thinking, how am I going to pay my friend back that bought that ticket for me? The Majlis and the Jamaat, local Jamaats, also put a lot of money into this. Getting the refs, getting the facilities, your food, your transport. You're spending a lot of time. You're not here with your families. You're skipping that class or that test that you should have taken on Friday. You talk to your professor. You got someone to cover your shift at work. After all this, if you leave here with just a medal or a trophy, you just wasted your money and your time. You're not here for that medal or that trophy. Yes, competition is part of, basketball is the way to getting you guys here. But don't give up gold for sand, You're here for a bigger purpose. And that purpose is to establish taqwa in yourselves. What is taqwa? The righteousness, right? It's that fear of God, or that fear of losing love of God, right? So you're gonna be sitting here watching these games, you're gonna be looking at some of your competitors, you're gonna say, hey, I like that guy's hook shot, or I like the way he crosses over. And you're gonna make a mental note, hey, I'm gonna go back and practice that move. But don't leave it at that. Look at their characters. Let their characters rub off on you. Let their righteousness rub off on you. If all you leave here is just new moves, that's not going to help you in life. Come Monday, a new tournament you're going to be going back to, right? You're going to be going back to the tournament of life, not the Masrur tournament. So that's the tournament that really counts. And how do you practice your moves for that one? It's just what I was talking about, righteousness. So keep that in mind when you're here. And of course, brotherhood is a part of this, and you want to have friends with your boys, or have a good time with your boys, but don't lose sight on the bigger picture. So may Allah enable us to make this event a successful one, and leave here being closer to Him tomorrow than we were today. Okay. With that, turn it back over to you.
So all that's left.